Okay, I've had a few requests, about my last video. Some people have sent me some messages, and they wanted to know, okay, whose life did you save? This 5-year-old boy. Okay, it's a quick story, and it's nothing compared to what the medics do, the doctors do, the nurses do. It is nothing. It is one thing that I did when I was about 21 or 22 that, saved a kid's life, and that's about, one life saved is nothing compared to those of you that work in hospitals, the ambos, any kind of person that works in the medical field, that has seen it all and done it all and helped people. This is nothing to you. This was something for me because it made me feel like I really, well, I saved the kid's life, and that is a really special feeling. I'll tell you the story about it. Basically, I was working for an organization, I'm not going to mention the name of it, that works with children. We take them out on the weekends. We went to the YMCA one day, and they've got all their swinging things and little jungle gyms. And anyway, I was given the responsibility to take care of 2 kids in this big foam pit. Now it's like a big kind of swimming pool filled with foam, and I don't know what it's for, if it's to do somersaults into or whatever, but these 2 kids, one with autism, and the 5-year-old that I saved had autism and Down syndrome. So he and his family had it really tough. Basically what happened was, I was sitting there with them in the pit, and I was paying attention to the autistic kid, and then I started hearing this gagging and choking, and I turned around, and they don't medically train us. They don't train us in first aid, which I find ridiculous, seeing you're working with children. But anyway, okay, so this kid is gagging away and choking. He can't breathe at all, and I was like, what's up with this kid? And I kind of went over to him, kind of grabbed his head, like pulled open his mouth. He had swallowed this bit of foam, like he'd put a big bit of foam in his mouth and tried to swallow it. And I could see it wedged deep down in his throat, and I knew that it was gonna fucking kill him because he couldn't breathe at all. My initial reaction was to reach down, try and pull the foam out. That wasn't a good move because it kind of pushed it down slightly further. So all I did was turn him around, and like I said, I'm not medically trained, so I just acted on what I thought I should do. And I used the palm of my hand, turned him around, and just gave him a big ass slap on his back, and this bit of foam came flying out. It was one of the most satisfying things I've ever done, and I didn't tell the group leaders, I didn't tell my superiors, my bosses, I didn't tell anyone about it because, it wasn't a hero act. It was an act that anyone would have done, and I didn't want to make a big deal of it. 5 years later, I'm telling the story. I saved the life of a 5-year-old kid, and that's something I'm proud of, along with a lot of other things I'm proud of. But of recent times, I've been ashamed of myself and pretty disappointed in the way I've acted, as have my friends. I've lost a lot of friends, but this is one thing that I did want to share with you because I've had a few requests. So that's it. All I did was pretty much bash a kid on the back and send foam out of his mouth and stop him from choking. That's nothing compared to what you guys at the hospitals do, but I wasn't trained, so I was actually quite surprised that it worked. Yeah, anyway, okay, you guys have a good night. Word to your mothers.